grandpa spec. We have 298,577 kilometers. This car is going to go up in value, I think, in the next 5 years. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max, and today we have another viewer's car. We've got Thijs, his VW Golf Mark 5 R32, and well, this is a really great one. I'm super stoked to show you guys this car in this review. I'm going to walk around it quickly, show you a couple of things on the car, and then we'll take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to receive updates when we upload a new video, and check us out on Instagram if you like at AutoTopNL. So let's take a look at the car and at the state it is in, because we've got, of course, the quintessential R32 grille with that brushed aluminium look which everyone wants on their Golf Mark 5. The R32 badge, highly coveted. Most of the R32s have those stolen a couple of times. The wheels, this is the winter set, and you can see that it is, well, it has had its best days behind it, but it's a winter set, so who cares. With actually some pretty good winter tires, they handle pretty well. These are 18-inch wheels, but Thijs told us that he is going to get a new set for next summer. We've got a 3-door version. It's black, as you can see, and at the rear we've got the goodies, the really good exhaust, the twin pipe, centered like it should be, with a little sticker which says hashtag good for the trees. Nice touch. Of course, an R32 badge. It's just, I think if you have the right one, don't look at the spec at the interior yet, we'll come to that later on. If you have the right one with these cars, if you have one that has been looked after, I think they still actually look pretty good. Unfortunately, there are a lot that haven't been looked after properly, and well, you can see that. Okay, so we've got the VR6 engine right here, 3.2 liters with 250 horsepower and 320 newton meters of torque. Now, this engine is a pretty special engine, because I don't know if we ever got into this, but VW engineered this to fit a V6 into smaller cars. So they wanted basically to have a V6 engine which came close to the footprint of an inline 4, and that's why a team of engineers developed this engine with Ferdinand Piëch heading that at the time. So the VR6 is basically a combination between a V6 and an inline 6 engine. With the V6 you have a block angle of between 60 and 90 degrees, so it's like that. An inline engine has just a straight line, of course, and then the VR6 sits in between that, with the cylinders basically positioned like that at an angle of 15 degrees, which means that it is more compact, of course, because your package is much smaller. It also means that it's lighter and more cost efficient, because it only has one cylinder head for both cylinder banks, and it only needs 2 camshafts. It doesn't matter if you have 2 or 4 valves per cylinder. It only needs 2 camshafts, so that saves weight and money again. So it's actually a pretty special engine, and it's a shame that we don't get this engine in the Golf anymore, because I think, you know, with a modern version of this engine, it would still work really well in a modern Golf. And another cool thing is that 2 of these engines made the W12 engine for the VW Phaeton, Audi A8, and of course the Bentleys back in the day. So it is a really special little engine, and it sounds really good. It delivers good power. As I said, 250 horsepower. That's still nice for today. With today's standards in a car like this, that's still really good. Now that I've switched to the wide angle for the interior, we can take a look here, because this is grandpa spec. How cool is that? I absolutely love this wooden steering wheel. I've never seen it before in a Golf, and I don't know what to say. This steering wheel makes me want this car, basically. Thijs did change the inlay for the rest of the car, so you can see that brushed look. If you ask me, you know, I would have kept the wooden stuff, but I'm a grandpa at heart, so I understand that Thijs, who is 21, wanted something more modern. But the wood is really cool. I absolutely love it. And we've got a wooden gear lever as well. Very, very nice. We've got a manual, as you can see, and we have 298,577 kilometers on this car, and it looks like this. I mean, it looks really, really good. Someone has taken really good care of this car. You can see that. Okay, let's see if you can feel that as well and take it for a drive. To do that, let's go. I really love the fact that he has a manual gearbox. It really fits this car very, very well. All right. Listen to that. Oh, that is just so nice. I really miss this. And the way this car handles, the way this car feels is absolutely amazing for this amount of kilometers done. It's really, really well maintained. You can feel that. You can't actually fit the user manual in the leather pouch anymore because there are so many invoices in there. So you can really feel that someone has taken very, very good care of this car. Everything just feels really good. The gearbox, the steering, the engine, the brakes, the seats are magnificent. They are super snug and comfy. And you've got that wooden steering wheel to look at. I mean, it makes me really miss these days. These, you know, the zeros where everything was possible. VW did some really crazy stuff back in the day. I mean, this is not even the craziest thing they did, but now it does feel like something super unique. The fact that they, you know, developed this V6 engine to fit in, to transversely fit in front wheel drive cars is just mind-boggling. Now they would just say, no, it doesn't fit anymore, so we'll just use a 4-cylinder. They didn't back in the day. They cared about the V6. Oh, what a good sound. Thijs also told us that he wants to fit a different exhaust on here, but I don't know if I would do that because it sounds really good, and it also quiets down when you know, are in 6th gear on the highway. It does quiet down, so I would be careful with a different exhaust to, you know, not ruin the relaxedness of this car, because it feels really, I don't know, chill. It's really nice. And the cool thing about this car, and I think about hot hatches in general from this era, is that everything just feels so connected to you. It really feels like you are doing everything, instead of now where everything is basically automatic gearbox almost, especially at VW. And there are just too many things between you and all the instruments. Okay. Did I already press that? Wow, I'm getting old. Whoa, that's really weird. Okay, handling wise, the cool thing about this car is that it feels really square. And you have that, of course you have that Haldex traction-based 4-wheel drive system, 4Motion. Oh, listen to that. So you have a lot of traction, and it just feels really nice in this little package, this square little Golf with that V6 in the front. And just have that safety for like winter driving and stuff like that, or if you would want to fit a supercharger on here, you could definitely do with some 4-wheel drive. So yeah, there are there's still a lot of potential in this car. We know that because we have driven a Golf Mark 4 R32 with a supercharger. And amazingly, I'm driving a car that's 14 years old. We're doing 260 something kilometers an hour on the speedo, which is around 240 kilometers an hour GPS. We still have the brakes to be able to brake for this smart guy, which is not that smart. And it's pretty quiet and relaxed in here. I mean, it's super comfy as well. I am absolutely blown away by this car. Blown away. I was not expecting to love it this much. Honestly. It is ridiculous how well this car still drives and feels and sounds, and everyone should just buy an R32. It is the much better choice compared to current day hot hatches. This is it. You've got a V6 in the front. What else do you need? Too much of these, unfortunately, have gone to, well, people who have modified it in a bad way. Let's say it gently. And of course, this one has been maintained exceptionally well. So that's also why it feels, and that is why it feels so good. There are a lot out there that have not been maintained this well, and you know, of course I have to take that into consideration. But if you can find one with this history, with this amount of love that has been put into it year after year, man, I can only say buy it. And it's really a future classic. I mean, this car is going to go up in value, I think, in the next 5 years. Whew. Very good sound. A little bit of understeer on the winter tires. Managed properly. No problem. What a car. Last bit of sound for the home stretch. Thijs, thank you so much for bringing us your car and letting us drive it after you just bought it like a month ago. Really cool. I really love your car. You've got a great one here. I wouldn't sell it ever if I were you, and keep that wooden steering wheel because it is going to be super rare in the future. To you guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe by clicking the big button in the middle. You can also check out this video or go check out this playlist. See you at the next one. Bye.